Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Um, Hello, everyone. Shankar Singham here with. This is my channel actually. I posted a part one video. This is part two. I guess part one was yesterday up on the Facebook IC site. I will go ahead and put a link down there so you can check it out. Why is this part two? Well, yesterday I was talking about last Wednesday. Today I'm going to talk about January 20th. So it is the invasion of Meal Team 6, folks. It is the invasion of thousands of men aged 20 to 60 years old carrying their AR-15s down the street, demanding we recognize their fragility about Trump losing the election, and they want us to make up some lies to make him president, I guess. So yesterday's video, I broke down the Trumpers by categories. It was the religious right, racist, militia, and Fox News viewers. Okay, those are the three groups of Trumpers. Last week was Fox News viewers that raided the Capitol. January 20th is the racist militia. That's who's going to be pushing the January 20th one. And I have it's going to be a lot more violent, a lot more dead bodies, I'm sure. Let's watch this video real quick, or listen to this video real quick. This is NBC or ABC or something, one of the major networks, and their take on it as far as what the feds know and what local law enforcement know, and you'll see why I played it, because fuck the police, man. You can't trust them for shit, as you'll see right now or hear right now. So let's listen to I don't know who this lady is, but she's on NBC News. So.
A new FBI memo warning about the possibility of armed protests across all 50 state capitals ahead of Inauguration Day. A senior law enforcement official also saying that an armed group is threatening to travel to Washington to stage an uprising if President Trump is removed from office. NBC News investigations correspondent Tom Winter joins me now. Tom, what else do you know? What else can you tell us about these potential protests, and how are law enforcement agencies preparing given the security failures we saw at the Capitol last week?
Right, Allison, two great questions. So the FBI's National Crisis Coordination Center put out a memorandum.
So the FBI finds out about it, right? They're hearing about it finally. I've been saying this for the past 2 months. January 20th, after Trump lost, I know January 20th is going to be. They're going to be more
out there. That's open source. What are we hearing from our own sources of information? What are we getting from social media? And a couple of key themes emerged as a result of that reporting.
Social media.
First is this idea that starting perhaps on or around.
Hold on, guy. I just want to add this real quick. Right now, if you're conservative and you're on Facebook or you're on Twitter, you're not on Facebook and you're not on Twitter. Especially if you're posting political shit right now, they just booted you off. If you post anything that's not true, so I'm friends with some of these people online, of course, the conservative side, and I get a PM from one of them, and they PM me and they say I just got booted off of Twitter and Facebook is about to boot me off. And I'm like, listen, man, you have to use empirical evidence to back up your stance. You need to use that data to back up your position, or else you can just say anything without any proof and you expect people to believe you, and people have been believing you. I mean, it's that simple. Just back up your shit. Say something, post where you get your information from, put that up there. They don't. They just blanketly type shit out, say shit with no proof whatsoever, and then that reality is supposed to be accepted by the rest of us without any proof at all, and it's not. And Facebook is setting a standard. All these social media are like setting a standard of what is true and what isn't. In fact, when you look at most conservative posts on Facebook and on Twitter, if they post something up that's questionable, Facebook tags it and Twitter tags it. This is a questionable source. This needs to be. This may not be true. It's they're covering their ass. They're covering their ass legally, is what Facebook is doing. And as a private company, they can censor people like that. They can kick out conservatives. Parler just got booted from Google. That is a right-wing fascist chat discussion room, and it just got shut down. It got straight up shut down. Now, as much as I love that, I have to disagree with that. think that's somewhat wrong. It's I don't think that should have happened, but they're a private company. They can do whatever they want. If it was the government doing it, it'd be a whole separate story, but the government isn't doing it. So I guess I'm okay with it then. I'm not sure. It just as a general concept, you shouldn't have to, void other people's speech. If you're confident in your own stance, you shouldn't have to. But I guess they're doing it because other people just accept shit without any face value, and then we have a riot. So let's just go back and listen to this. I just want you guys to hear where the feds are and where the local police are.
The 17th of January, there's going to be the potential for armed protests at state capitals, and particularly the state capitals where there have been issues raised as far as the electoral vote tally and certification that's been done. So I think we all know the states at this point. And then on top of that, you've got some reporting. Congress invokes the 25th Amendment on or around January 16th, that there could be a rising in the nation's capital, where, of course, we just had problems.
So what he just said right there is they're going to go to the Capitol and demand that the electoral votes be recounted again somehow for some reason. That'd be tossed out or recounted. Well, I'm not sure, but if it doesn't happen, they're going to start shooting people or shooting things. And the second thing is getting rid of the 25th Amendment. So the Congress right now is starting up impeachment procedures, and if they go through with it, they will start killing people. So
now, of course, there's an issue with that, Allison. Congress can't invoke the 25th Amendment. We saw leading up to the 6th, this a segment of the U.S. population that believes that there is a need for an armed protest or armed uprising at various sites to protest the results of this.
Yeah, they're called Nazis. Why don't you guys call them Nazis for what they are? Fuck, dude.
The alarm clock of epic scales went off last week.
So I'm going to stop right here. Hold on real quick. So look, let's break this down. Okay. Last week, Fox News viewers raided the Capitol, and some people were armed. Coming up this week, coming up on the 20th, it's an armed protest. They're bringing guns to a protest. You bring guns, firearms for self-defense, you would think, right? This is a group of 20 to 60-year-old men, white men. I don't think anybody's going to threaten them or they're worried about their life. So why are they bringing a firearm? Why are they bringing a firearm? Because they want to kill people. It's that simple. Why do they want to kill people? I'll tell you why. The racist militia has been waiting and trying over and over again to start a race war. Timothy McVeigh blows up a building. They go on a mass shooting spree, something to trigger a race war. The race war is their wet dream. They've been trying to start it up. This is what this is. They're trying to start the race war. So no matter what, they're going to kill people. I don't know why these reporters won't say that, won't admit that. Can they not see that connection? You're dealing with Nazis here. Fuck. I can't stand the mainstream press, man. Fucking sugarcoat every fucking
Yeah, all right, Tom,
thing,
let's
dude.
talk more about last week, because there is still so much to figure out and unpack from Wednesday. The FBI initially said they had no indication of potential violence last Wednesday, but your reporting tells a very different story. What are you hearing from your sources about what happened in the lead up to the rally and the riots at the Capitol last week?
Right. So clearly there's a disconnect, right? So on the FBI side, it's the reporting of my colleague Ken Delanian that there was an effort by the FBI to knock on doors, to visit with people they might suspect would travel to D.C., people that are extremists that might try to carry out acts of violence. So there was an effort there. We know for the reporting from myself and my colleague Jonathan Deans that the NYPD sent a note through their Operation Sentry, which is an effort to coordinate and collaborate with law enforcement agencies across the country, almost 800, Allison.
So,
an advisory saying, look, we're seeing a lot of threats, we're seeing a lot of rhetoric. So
look, you got the federal government telling all these cops, telling local PD, hey, these it's getting pretty serious here. You guys might want to buckle down. You may want to buckle down. The cops knew this was coming. The reason why they didn't do anything is because they're part of it. I don't know why these fucking news people can't just say that. I don't know why they just can't say it. It looks like, well, it seems like local police department seems to be in on the plan and didn't do anything about it when the Fed warned them because they were letting them in. They were letting them into the Capitol. They were high-fiving them and taking selfies with them. Why can't you just fucking say that? You fuck face. Fuck express, man.
Surrounding the election, surrounding the electoral tally. They sent that leading up to the 6th. Besides that, they sent a separate memo directly to Capitol Police, which, according to our reporting, was even more detailed about potential threats.
So they sent even a more detailed information to the Capitol Police and even detailed the threats, and they fucking ignored it.
In potential rhetoric that was
because they're
online.
Trumpers, guy.
Those reports tend to be fairly detailed, comprehensive analysis, and include actionable intelligence. So we know that went out as well. We know that they weren't the only agency that was involved with this either. There, Allison.
So there you go. There you go. The cops knew. They didn't care. They probably laughed at it. Because cops are Trump supporters. Period. So knowing all this, knowing that this is going to be a bunch of armed motherfuckers coming into our state, coming into our home, to our capital, to try to destroy our home, our governor needs to step up. Bare minimum, he needs to call the National Guard to come out, not the day of, 2 days prior, and all of Sacramento have National Guard all around there. Every street corner, bar, I don't give a shit. Just load them up with National Guard and put all the cops off duty. Get them off the street. You can't trust them for shit. They will backstab. They will backstab the federal government, us, quicker than you can imagine. They already do that. If cops are working the same time as these fucking militia guys, forget about it, guys. It's going to get violent and it's going to get really messy. If the governor doesn't deploy the National Guard, then the governor doesn't give a shit and is complicit with these Nazi motherfuckers. He's just as guilty as them. Why wouldn't you deploy the National Guard knowing that there's going to be armed motherfuckers coming into your home, destroying your state capital and your governor's mansion? Newsom, I put the phone number to the governor down here. Call Newsom up, leave him a message, tell him to deploy the National Guard and to get every cop off the streets, off duty, go home. I don't mind paying my taxes for them to sit at home. We already pay them money after they shoot somebody, they get to go home. So this time, just stay home and don't. And if you find a cop on the street that night, I would suggest jail, but that's never going to happen. So that is my request to everybody. Please call the governor, tell him to deploy the National Guard in Sacramento. Now, this thing, we knew it was happening here in Southern California for a while, and a lot of the groups here were going to go up to Sacramento to enjoy the weather and see the countryside up there on January 20th when they had their inauguration event. The conservatives were, but the conservatives found out that a bunch of leftists were going to be there. I mean, a lot of leftists are going to be there, and they canceled. So now it's turned into some sort of like a convention, you set up a table and a booths and you walk. It's like a fair. Or whatever, a fair of information, I guess. So that's what's happening now. Are the Trumpers coming back? Maybe. If they do they have more people now? Do they have more guns? What's the deal? No matter what, I don't want to see any police there. I want to see National Guard. If I see police in Sacramento, which I'm planning on going, and I'd like to invite all you California patriots up there with me, stand next to me right in front of the Capitol, right in front of these fucking Nazis, and tell them what's up, because someone's got to protect our home. We can't let these assholes come in here and fuck our shit up. That's just absolutely wrong. No Nazis allowed, not in Cali, not in my home, not on my watch. Anyways, fuck them. If you want to, please message me. We'll get in contact. My partner in crime that's going up there, he's got to work out some logistics with his job, so we're not really sure what the time frames are, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, if I see police up there, we're fucked. If I see police up there, I'm probably going to run back to the hotel room or wherever we're staying. Just if I see National Guard there, then Newsom gets a pass this time from me on that one. And I'll probably stay on the streets if the National Guard are going to be there. But no guard, there's no way I could go down there. Anybody could go down there. The cops are on their side. So that's all I got for you guys. If you have any questions, tell me what you think about this. This million militia march, MAGA, million mealtime 6 march is what I'm calling it. Anyways. All right, dudes. You guys have a wonderful day and an awesome tomorrow. Thank you.